go to Corey DeAngelis, the Reason Foundation Director of School Choice. Now, you might be saying, well, why go to this bright individual? Well, because our kids in school this past year doing things virtually are having all sorts of problems. And a lot of them are facing some consequences of either being left back or delayed and all their dreams pushed back. It's been a nightmare. Corey, very good to have you. Explain what's happening.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I will say that remote learning has been associated with significant learning losses for students. They've lost ground academically, mentally, physically. There have been labor market effects of keeping the schools closed. But what I would say is that COVID didn't break the public school system. In a lot of ways, it was already broken. The past year has simply shined a spotlight on the main problem with K-12 education in America, which happens to be a long-existing, massive power imbalance between the public school teachers unions and individual families. It's one thing for a school to continue to get your children's education dollars, regardless of how well they do and regardless of your choice in the matter. It's another conversation altogether for those same buildings to get your children's education dollars, regardless of whether they even open their doors for business.
I'm just wondering if the virtual classes are as challenging as the in-person classes. You know, I have a son who's a senior in high school and another one who's a freshman in college, and they can both attest to the fact it is different. And with so many now dispensing with tests and all the rest, I'm wondering if we're hurting of their future. In other words, the next year when you assume things will be quasi back to normal. What do you think?
Yeah, it could go either way when it comes to the difficulty of the online learning classes. It may work for some students, but what we've seen with failing grades in particular school districts, including Fairfax County Public Schools, they saw an uptick in 83% increase in failing grades for students failing 2 or more classes since the previous year, with larger declines for special needs students, about 110% increase in failing grades for 2 or more students in Fairfax County. So it really depends on the student. But look, I think the silver lining here is that a lot of families are seeing that all this nonsense that's going on in the public school system. In Los Angeles, for example, they're doing this thing called Zoom in a room, where kids are going into classes in some cases. Most kids don't have the option of full-time in-person instruction in California. But when they do, they're doing these Zoom in a room where the teachers are staying home, child care workers are coming into the same school buildings, and students are doing Zoom from another classroom, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So families are seeking alternatives, and there are a ton of states with bills introduced to fund students as opposed to systems. Over 30 states now have these types of bills in place or in play right now. And families, if you look at the latest nationwide surveys on this, they're really starting to figure out that there's no good reason to fund closed institutions when you can fund the child directly instead. And the latest Real Clear Opinion research polling on this finds that 71% of the general public supports school choice, a 7 percentage point uptick from last year.
I'm just wondering what we said at the outset, Corey, about the number of kids who either the school will recommend, all right, we're going to have to hold your child back, or they'll go the other way. They'll be super lenient, understand, well, it's been the pandemic, everything else. You didn't learn anything this year, but we're going to advance you just the same. I don't know what the better answer is, but what's happening in general?
Yeah, it depends on the particular school district, but they could be passing students through, and they may not be ready for the next year academically. But since it really depends on the individual school district, I think the best solution is to let people vote with their feet to the best school district, or public or private or charter school, or maybe even if the homeschooling option works best for them, they should be able to do so. But the best way to allow more families to have access and meaningful options to these alternatives is to have the money follow the child.
Do you think every kid in this country will be back in the fall to in-person classes?
In the entire country, it doesn't seem like it. If you look at how things are going in California, for example, it seems like the conversation keeps moving down the road every step of the way. And that's troublesome for so many families. And really, though, it's really a debate about what the least advantage should have. Should they have access to in-person or not? Because the most advantage are already accessing alternatives. Right when schools started to close in March 2020, they were seeking out pandemic pods and micro schools for in-person instruction. More advantaged families were more likely to be able to cover the cost of private school tuition and fees, which were much more likely to be in-person since the start of the pandemic and much before the public schools started to reopen their doors for business. But the least advantaged were the ones that were stuck there without the option for in-person instruction. This is still what the discussion is about today. And in a way, this whole school reopening debate has been a lot more to do with politics and power dynamics than safety and the needs of millions of families, particularly the least advantaged.
Yeah, I would have never seen a year ago, Corey, that we're ending a year where most kids in this country are doing it virtually, and a good number are looking at doing the same next fall. It's just incredible. Corey DeAngelis, thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.